to complete circles and areas of their development, as well as to achieve their hopes and dreams to improve the quality of life of peoples and achieve objectives for the nation. The government of the Republic of China on Taiwan stands out for being a worthy and trustworthy partner to not only the Gambia in particular, but more so to the third world and the rest of humanity in their quest for rapid socioeconomic development. The award speaks of recognition as amply portrayed in the citation accompanying this conferral of perhaps my vision in crafting out of the direct circumstances of doubt, derision, and obstacles, an institution of learning, the University of the Gambia, that is steadily finding its feet among its peers in Africa and the wider world. When we talked about university, creating a university, many international institutions told us that it was the biggest mistake we will make. And then being soldiers, with Africa's history of military coups that ended up making countries poorer, we were associated with the failure of soldiers to fulfill lofty promises they made to countries. And we were already written off. I took over at the age of 29, and we used to be called boys. Up to today, some people call us boys. But I told them that we are soldiers with a difference. We came to develop the country and not to destroy it. And when we talked about building a university, they call it the biggest white elephant project by a military government in Africa. Some of you had the different names in local language that the university program was given to. But today, they told us we needed 50 years. And we gathered all the so-called doctorate holders in the Gambia and abroad to make a study. They also came up with the conclusion that no, it is 50 years is a little bit too much, but we needed 25 years, that is half of 50. They gave me the report, and because they spent some time on it, I looked at it and I laughed, and I congratulated them. I thanked them for a job well done, and I told them, and this was in 97, that in fact, I'm going to build the university in 2 years. They looked at me and they shook their heads. When they went out, the skeptics told them, what did we tell you about these boys? They are dreaming. But true to my word, in 1999, the University of the Gambia was born. I looked at it and I realized that the more we ignore education, the deeper we are dependent on others. And in today's world, too much dependence means it's suicidal. And we decided to chart out a way for our country to be independent, in as much as 99% independent. And the only way we can do that is through education. And that is why we're sending people across the globe. And we want to thank you, Republic of China, Taiwan, for accepting Gambian students. I also want to tell you a secret, not because of the presentation that was made, but I think that is a clear testimony. Taiwan is the only country where Gambian students have never complained of any form of problems with regards to where they come from or their color. They always tell us, for which we want to thank you greatly. This is the only place in the world where no Gambian has ever complained of whatever form of harassment or the other. And also on behalf of the Gambians also, I must also apologize for the bad behavior of some of the students. As I think I came here a few years ago, and I told those students that were here that you are ambassadors of the Gambia. Whatever you do will reflect negatively on the Gambia. Unfortunately, we are all human beings. But I hope you promise me that what happened in the past would be the past and there will be no repetition of it. You promise me that, Gambian students? Yes. I can't hear you. Yes. How do you say yes in Chinese? Your Excellency, there is no doubt that quality education and appropriate training and scientific research provides the solid foundation stone on which future successes of a nation can be built. The National Taipei University of Technology in Taiwan has played a pivotal role in responding to Taiwan's continuing need for capacity and competencies, especially in sciences and technologies, providing a well-trained and highly skilled citizenry required to fuel and sustain the rapid growth that characterizes your country. It is also true that NTT, in collaboration and partnership with my government, is contributing to the much-needed development and human capacity requirement in priority disciplines needed for my development agenda. Currently, we have many young men, Gambian men and women, pursuing undergraduate and graduate degrees in diverse disciplines and programs. Some are currently studying here at the NTUT or graduated from here. These are tangible and huge contributions to our much-needed human resource capacity in priority areas in my government's development agenda. Once again, Fecha Konsi. Fecha Konsi to the government and people of Taiwan and to NTUT. We appreciate very much your support. Honorable President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, kindly allow me to move the lens away from my humble self for a moment and look at the significance of linking the University of the Gambia with National Taipei University of Technology. One of our key objectives for our young university, the University of the Gambia, which is the hope of our country and is barely 11 years old, is to provide excellence in teaching, research and science services to meet the needs of humanity and to benchmark UTG against peer institutions. We are well on the path to achieving that objective. I am happy to share with you that we have revamped our academic structures, increased our course and program offerings, and continue to recruit qualified professionals. Our focus is continuous improvements in the areas of teaching quality, research, program delivery, and learning outcomes to ensure that we stay the course in our bid to put the University of the Gambia on the path to become a world-class university that will become home and a hub to scholars from the Gambia and across the world. Thus, a formidable linking and twinning with the National Taipei University of Technology and the University of the Gambia is significant and will bring about activities such as faculty and student exchanges, joint research projects, training of faculty and administrative staff of the UTG at the National Taipei University of Technology, etc. This will create opportunities for raising standards and possibilities for the University of the Gambia due to the interchange of academic personnel and the enlargement of the scope